GOP could bring a legal challenge to block Biden's student loan forgiveness plan. Despite President Joe Biden's announcement last month that he would cancel up to $20,000 in student loan debt for many, Arizona Attorney General Mark Brnovich advised borrowers not to count on forgiveness just yet. "I think a lot of people are celebrating too soon," Brnovich said. "Many other people are very upset about this, not just because of legal arguments, but because they believe it is fundamentally unfair." The state's Republican Attorney General said he and others were considering suing the president over his plan. "If we can bring a challenge," Brnovich said in an interview with CNBC on Tuesday. Republican attorneys general from states such as Missouri and Texas, as well as Ted Cruz, Texas, and those associated with the conservative think tank the Heritage Foundation, have been reported to be considering their options for opposing Biden's plan. All of this is bound to worry the tens of millions of Americans who were celebrating debt forgiveness just a few weeks ago. A protracted legal battle would put the fate of an estimated 43 million people's debts in jeopardy for the foreseeable future, and the case could end up before the Supreme Court. The uncertainty for borrowers in the meantime is, I'm afraid, considerable, Harvard Law professor Lawrence Tribe said in an interview last week. The uncertainty for borrowers in the meantime is, I'm afraid, considerable, Harvard Law professor Lawrence Tribe said in an interview last week. Although no lawsuit has yet been filed, Brnovich admitted that waiting too long could cause problems. "People's expectations are beginning to form," Brnovich said. "And I believe that means that if we can file a lawsuit, we should do so as soon as possible." Abdullah Hassan, a White House spokesman, accused the GOP of using double standards to punish the middle class. "Let's be clear about what they'd be trying to do here. The same people who voted for a $2 trillion tax cut for the wealthy and had hundreds of thousands of dollars of their own small business loan debt forgiven would be trying to keep millions of working middle-class Americans in mountains of debt," Hassan told CNBC. Along with the loan forgiveness announcement, the Biden administration released a 25-page memo from the U.S. Department of Justice arguing that debt cancellation is appropriate under the HEROES Act of 2003, which gives the president broad authority to revise student loan programs. This law, enacted in the aftermath of the September 11, 2001, terrorist attacks, authorized the executive branch to forgive student loans in times of national emergency. In March 2020, the Trump administration declared the COVID-19 pandemic a national emergency. Opponents of the forgiveness will likely argue that the HEROES Act does not give the president the authority to forgive student debt in the broad sense that he is attempting, according to higher education expert Mark Brnovich. "I think he's on very, very shaky legal ground right now," Brnovich said of President Donald Trump. The first hurdle for those hoping to file a legal challenge against Biden's plan, according to Tribe, will be finding a suitable plaintiff. It would almost certainly have to be someone who can demonstrate that student loan forgiveness causes them personal injury, which may be difficult. Such injury is required to establish what courts refer to as standing, Tribe. No individual, business, or state is demonstrably harmed in the way that private lenders would have been if, for example, their student loans had been canceled. Brnovich, on the other hand, expressed confidence in finding a plaintiff. He stated that they were considering how loan forgiveness might affect state costs and taxpayers, but that they also had other options. "There are a variety of legal theories as to how you obtain standing," Brnovich explained. "But the big question is, which one is the best?" According to Abby Shafroth of the National Consumer Law Center, attempting to prevent the president from fulfilling a campaign promise would be a mistake. In the 2020 presidential election, Biden promised to cancel $10,000 per borrower, and people voted for him and supported this policy, Shafroth explained. "This is better worked out democratically.